If you've been following me for a while, you know that every time I smoke a pork butt, I make tacos. So I always end up seasoning my pork butt a little bit differently than most people. I use hot sauce technically as a binder, even though I'm not a huge believer in binders. And then my seasoning has like some cumin and cayenne in it to give it a little bit extra heat. Once it got it nice and seasoned, it goes on the smoker with the fat side up at 275 degrees Fahrenheit until it has a nice bark on it and that fat cap is split. It's usually around like a 170 degrees Fahrenheit mark. Then we're going to take it off, cover it in foil, wrap it up nice and tight so as little moisture and fat juices escape as possible. This goes back on the smoker for another 3 to 4 hours or until the internal temperature is around 200 to 205. The meat is nice and juicy and tender and squishy, and the meat thermometer goes in and out very, very easily. Your bone should pull out fairly clean, and the cavity which it just came from should be very moist and juicy. What you do next is kind of up to you. You can use your bone to tear that butt apart, or I prefer to use both hands and just squeeze and tear apart the meat, watching the juices squirt everywhere and feeling the moist, tender meat between your fingers. I just realized how bad that sounds, and I'm just going to leave it in there. At this point, tear it down to however small or big pieces you want. If you want to add any more seasoning or sauces in there, you can. I'm making tacos, so I'm just going to shred this down pretty small, throw it on some tortillas with some pickled habaneros and red onions, cotija cheese, and cilantro.